is totally not Danzig, and you're listening to the Shred Shack.
Greetings, folks. I'm Dan Mack.
And this is Chris Mack.
Welcome you to episode 131 of the Shred Shack podcast, I believe.
You seem very reluctant to say that.
I forgot which number we're on. So
I never update the numbers. I just update the script.
Okay, so I think it's episode 131 of the Shred Shack podcast, your premier source of news and uninformed yet heavily biased opinions pertaining to all things heavy metal, airing bi-weekly on Mixcloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes,
as well as on YouTube at youtube.com/theshredshack and youtube.com/adamanttemplum.
I almost got it down to a science.
Almost.
So now that I actually have a working, somewhat working sound clip thing, I say somewhat because certain buttons aren't working. I have to kind of recalibrate them. But let's talk about old business. That's where...
Old business is old business, and new business is new business.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. So, Live Nation Entertainment, the global concert giant that owns Ticketmaster, has launched a new microsite detailing its ticket relief plan for offering refunds or credit to shows that have been canceled or postponed in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Beginning this past Friday, May 1st, ticket holders will automatically receive a refund for canceled events. If the event was at a Live Nation venue, you have 30 days to opt in to a 150% credit for use on future tickets. Tickets will automatically be valid for the new date unless you opt for a refund within 30 days of the new show date being announced. If you have tickets to a show that is postponed, you will be able to select your refund option once the new date is announced. If 60 days has passed since a show was postponed and no rescheduled dates have been announced, the 30-day window for refunds will open at that time. Notification emails to ticket holders will begin May 1st. According to Variety, the program is specific to North America. Many countries across Europe have provided a one-year window for obtaining ticket refunds.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is a mouthful.
It's a whole lot of information there.
Yeah. So, but at least it sounds like they're doing right.
They're doing something.
Yeah, they're doing something.
They're doing something.
So that's a plus. They're not fucking people over. Is that it for old business?
That is it for old business.
So let's go on to new business.
And this is new business, and we do not discuss new business until next quarter.
So what's up with new business as far as new album releases, which is typically what we talk about first?
Yeah. So I'm trying to pull up my last 2 weeks of listening.
Okay.
For new album releases. So, of course, right off the top, New Trivium, New Catatonia. Both are great. New Trivium is very heavy, through and through. Straight up metal.
Yeah, although I heard the one track at your place, and that was very good.
Yep. New Catatonia is just a continuation of what they've been doing, and what they've been doing is fantastic. Mm-hmm. They are just too fucking good for their own good. I mean, I love them so much. Warbringer, straight up thrash, thumbs up. Band called Elder, some progressive shit here, very good.
Yeah.
Their new album Omens. Love Bites, which is a Japanese metal band. I think they're Japanese. Pretty sure they're Japanese, but they're all female. So I went into it seeing their picture. I thought it was going to be another version of like baby metal where they were just singers, but no, they actually all play their instruments.
Okay.
And they are very fucking good.
Okay.
This album was a lot of fucking fun.
Good.
A lot of fun. I highly recommend everyone check this one out.
Okay.
Also rates new album, Stare Into Death and Be Still. Very good. You know, death metal.
Mm-hmm.
Barishi, another American death metal, I think, if I remember correctly. Very young looking guys. Trio. They were really good too.
Yeah.
Kirith Ungol, old school fucking power metal. Very good.
What was that one?
Kirith Ungol.
Really?
Yeah.
They're still around.
Yeah, this is their new album.
Wow.
Yeah. They are still kicking, and they're doing pretty well. Dance Gavin Dance. lots of fun for me. I liked it. Trick or Treat, another power metal record that's probably more up your vein, up your alley. You probably like this one. Dark Forest, I just gave this one a quick listen to. This one was pretty good. I have to go back. I think this one is another power metal concept type thing. And last one from last week was Witch Skull. So I think that was more of stoner metal.
Gotcha.
And then from this week, I haven't had a chance to listen to anything except for the new record from Witchcraft, which is not the band Witchcraft itself. It's the singer of Witchcraft and a grandpa's guitars singing acoustic tracks.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. But other things I'm going to be listening to in the next week that I'll be able to talk about for the next podcast would be Umbra Vitae have a new album out, the Autumn for Crippled Children, and Autumn for Crippled Children, Aether Realm, Vader, and Havoc all have albums out this week that I'll be listening to.
Right on. So I have 3 that I listen to. I'll get to the one that I listen to like kind of passively, and I can't pronounce 2 of them very well.
Oh yeah.
So I think the first one is Termian Catalot or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was one of the albums of the day, yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of my albums of the day. Really good industrial metal. So I don't have too much to say about them because I took a passive listen. The next one is Oranzi Pazuzu, which is a really, really just wild black metal band. They have a lot of the general instrumentation and stylings of black metal, but there's so much extra stuff that they throw in there for atmospherics, so much extra like synthesizers or keyboards or just general sounds and whatnot that makes it just sound so interesting. Not a huge fan of the vocals, as I'm not really a big fan of black metal vocals or the screechy types, but I found it to be interesting at the very least, and strangely appealing at its best, because I don't, black metal is probably one of my least favorite styles of metal. But when it's done in an interesting way, such as this, it kind of catches my ear. So I can give them a lot of credit for being that level of different, being that level of I don't want to say unusual, but just generally very interesting. So.
Yeah.
And the last one was Chemist Doomed Heavy Metal, which was an EP. They did 1 cover song, 2 songs that were kind of like B-sides or lost tracks, and then 3 live tracks from one from each of their albums. All really good, kind of slow, slow to mid-tempo groove metal. Their cover of Rainbow in the Dark was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
Their song Conversation with Death is great. It was a nice little listen, nice quick, just little bit of doom metal. So I'm finding myself more attracted to that genre, that very groove heavy genre of heavy metal. Things like where like the things like where Grand Magus comes from. It's just like that very riff oriented, like slower kind of stomp, that very Sabbath heavy sound.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself drawn more to that a lot lately, and these guys definitely fit the bill. So, but that's it for the new releases that I've been listening to.
All right. So what else have we been listening to? You want to just go with the albums of the day?
We'll go with albums of the day, and then I'll go with everything else that I'm doing.
All right. So first up here, we had Sir Lord Baltimore, based on our discussion point from last podcast.
Yeah.
And Chemist, we just talked about.
Yep.
Then we have Oranzi Pazuzu.
Pazuzu. That's the other one I talked about.
All right, and then Vanilla Fudge, again based on our conversations before.
Yep.
Followed up by Termian Catalot, as you mentioned, and I listened to some Testament, Demonic.
Yep.
Inagata Vita by Iron Butterfly was mine, and then you listened to Sabaton, Prima Victoria.
Yep, because I've finished out my Sabaton collection.
All right. I followed that up with some Catatonia City City Burials. City Burials. My God, I can't talk. Anyway, that's the new Catatonia record, and you also listened to Judas Priest, Demolition.
Yes. I actually saw a tweet earlier in the day where somebody was giving Ripper a lot of grief for the album, and I was like, I haven't listened to that album in a while. Let me listen to that album. So,
you followed up with Anathema, Serenades.
Yes.
And I listened to Love Bites, their new album called Electric Pentagram.
Yeah. Anathema's good.
Anathema?
Anathema.
All right, Anathema again for you.
Yep.
You listened to Pentecost 3.
Yep.
And I listened to the Alcest record, Stare Into Death and Be Still. And that is the last one that we've... oh, no, I lied. Next one up and last one that we talked about, you listened to Anathema again. This time it was Eternity. And I listened to the new Dance Gavin Dance record.
Yeah. I got through the rest of the Anathema albums that I have, which I've talked about them in the past. They kind of went... It's the way I was thinking about it earlier was like, how Opeth went from being death metal to doing Damnation.
Yeah.
It's basically like if Opeth had stayed in doing just that, that's kind of what Anathema did.
Oh wow, really?
Like they just had this. They were originally doom metal. They kind of hit an alt rock phase, kind of, and then they started becoming more ethereal, kind of Radiohead-ish.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, and their material is really just enjoyable. It's nice. It's I don't want this to sound like an insult, but it's something good to relax to fall asleep to, because it's just that
it's like meditative.
Yeah. It's just kind of soothing and comforting. So I have to pick up the rest of their stuff. So
this might be difficult, but we're going to try it. All right. So and then, what else have you been listening to besides our albums of the day?
So I finished the Anathema. I got up to Ancient, which is melodic black metal. I listened to a demo I have from a band called Ancient Enemy. I have no idea where it came from, so I just happened to have it. I was listening to Angra before you came in. I was saying last time we did this that I want bands to re-release certain albums and everything, and I had mentioned specifically Celtic Frost, Cold Lake.
You most certainly did.
I found a copy of it for a decent price, and I bought it. So I listened to that, and I can see why Tom Warrior hated the album. It's still got the Celtic Frost vibe, but you can definitely see that they were trying something that they probably should not have been trying. Yeah, it was pretty rough, but I listened to that, and just occasional things on shuffle. So,
all right. Well, on top of the albums of the day and the new stuff, it's just I went ahead and made a playlist on my Spotify based on the conversation point we had last time. So I called it the pre-metal playlist. So we include the stuff that we just talked about: Sir Lord Baltimore, Vanilla Fudge, and Inagata Vita from Iron Butterfly. But I also threw in Humble Pie, Blue Cheer, Mountain, Free, and the MC5.
Very nice.
So it was definitely a good listen to. Definitely a good listen. Lots of fun on that one.
Right on.
You definitely see why people were influenced and where everything kind of comes from that point. So.
Gotcha. So basically, we've come full circle to an understanding of why.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
But that's pretty much it, really.
All right. So we normally start with obituaries. Please tell me we have none.
We have one.
Damn it.
All right. Fallen in reverse guitarist Derek Jones has died at the age of 35. His passing was confirmed by singer Ronnie Radke. Okay, let's go with Radke, who tweeted out 4 photos of Jones earlier in the day and included the following message: "I will never forget when you picked me up from jail in your old tour van to start Falling in Reverse. Your spirit will be interwoven through the music I write forever. Rest in peace, Derek Jones. My heart is broken." Jones joined Falling in Reverse in 2010 and appears on all 4 of the band's albums. Prior to hooking up with Falling in Reverse, Jones was a member of the hardcore act A Smile from the Trenches. No cause of death was reported at the time.
Gotcha.
And that's it for obituaries, so you're welcome.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, that's one. All things considered, with virus and whatnot, is not an awful
Also
thing.
very,
but still very awful.
Very true. That is, in all things considered, is not that bad.
Yeah, but it's still bad enough.
Yeah. All right. You ready for some general news here?
I'm ready for general news.
All right. Lamb of God's self-titled album has had its release date pushed back to June 19th from the previously announced May 8th. I think we had a conversation about the manufacturing aspect of things.
Yes.
And I think that is the main reason that it has been pushed back.
That would not surprise me.
Corey Taylor is planning to start a plant-based taco food truck with his wife, dancer Alicia Taylor. Alicia initially hinted at the project last month, saying that it was something completely new. In a new video interview with Rock Feed while isolating at home, Corey revealed that the food truck venture has been delayed by the need to stay quarantined, of course. But he basically said it was a plant-based taco food truck. We can't say vegan because there will be some dairy in there, some stuff in there. But the main focus was flavor, not just content. Because when people talk about vegan, they can become very pretentious, which is also very true. This was a way for us to combine our love of food with a healthier lifestyle.
And this is happening where?
Probably in California.
God damn it.
Probably in California.
So no Shred Shack tries there.
Yeah, that would be fun though.
Yeah.
If that were the case, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
All right. Obscura have announced the departure of guitarist Rafael Trujillo and bassist Linus Klausenitzer, okay, and drummer Sebastian Lancer, due to musical differences. So just so you know, Obscura was a 4-piece. 3/4 of that band has left the band. So there's one member left.
Okay.
All right, but the trio will move on with their new group named Obsidious. Obscura leader Stefan Kumemer. Okay. I said in a statement, firstly, I would like to thank our former members, and he lists them all, for their dedication during the last years. Now, 2020, a new chapter of Obscura begins with entering Woodshed Studios this summer to produce our 6th full-length record and the first album for our new label, Nuclear Blast. The new lineup will be revealed shortly.
Right on.
All right, Steven Wilson has pushed back the release date of his new studio album, The Future Bites, to January 29th, 2021.
Oh, shit.
From the
when?
previously announced June 12th date via Caroline International.
Shit.
I think his has a lot more to do. There's a lot more involved when he does a release, specifically like packaging and stuff like that. So he's probably very much delayed.
Makes sense.
Bon Jovi's new album, Bon Jovi 2020, which was originally set for a May 15th release, has now been delayed until the fall. John Bon Jovi told Zane Lowe of Apple Music's Beats that it didn't feel right to release the LP amid the coronavirus, which makes sense.
I can just imagine like them not even releasing it in 2020.
Right?
just being released on January 1st, 2021.
Yeah, or like December 31st at 11:59.
Seriously.
We made it, guys. We made it. All right. Nita Strauss has launched Rock Guitar Fundamentals, a 3-module online guitar teaching program suitable for learners of all levels. The course is available at www.iwanttoplayguitar.com, and for a limited time, Nita is offering fans a 50% discount. No code required. Now, Rock Guitar Fundamentals is an online teaching program developed by Nita with a simple goal: getting guitars in as many people's hands as possible and helping to improve their playing. Nita developed a 3-module system where aspiring learners can jump in wherever their skills level is, from picking up the guitar for the very first time to advanced players who want to brush up on their music theory or learn some shred tips and tricks.
Right on.
I think that's pretty cool. And it's funny that I saw that because I also just recently saw an ad on Facebook for Tom Morello, who's doing essentially the same thing. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. All right, bassist vocalist Fernanda Lira and drummer Luana D'Amato have left the Brazilian thrash metal band Nervosa. The duo announced their departures in separate statements last weekend. Nervosa's sole remaining member, guitarist Aprika Amarala, has stated in a social media post that she will carry on with the band to be joined by soon-to-be-announced new musicians. They're great, too. That sucks.
Yeah.
They're really fucking good. All right, Royalty Exchange, a marketplace where intellectual property is bought and sold like any other asset, is offering Slipknot fans a rare opportunity to invest in sound recording royalties collected by the producer of the band's #1 charting album, All Hope Is Gone. The winning bidder will collect royalties generated from any sales, streaming, and sync fees for the album, as well as the individual singles contained on the disc. Sales and streaming, in particular, pay a greater share of revenue to sound recording royalties over compensation royalties. Wow.
Yeah, that's different.
That is very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. All right. Veteran bass player Jerome Paul Thesseling, who's played in a bunch of bands, most recently Pestilence, has rejoined Obscura, who we just talked about, as a permanent member after a 9-year break. He is known for his signature fretless playing in death metal and world fusion, and he joined Obscura in 2007 and appeared on the band's critically acclaimed full-length albums Cosmogenesis and Omnivum, both released via Relapse Records. So he is back in the band.
So now we have 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. We're halfway there. But Bon Jovi isn't, though.
Fuck you.
Nope. Remember, if you dress like a cowboy, are you ranch dressing?
Fuck you. Fuck off.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Never and no. Vocalist Cy Keeler has announced his departure from the veteran British thrash metal band Onslaught. Onslaught sent a statement: due to the nature of the modern-day music industry, some things simply aren't sustainable year after year, and Cy has now taken a different full-time career path. Yeah.
Did they say what he's taking on?
No.
No? Okay, well, I mean, it's not. He's not wrong. I mean, it's kind of hard to maintain a lifestyle when you're in a band.
Yeah.
So especially right now. So I mean, good on him for finding a new career.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
All right. Last but not least, here for general news, as part of U2's #StayHome campaign, the Rolling Stones will launch a weekly series titled Extra Licks on the band's official YouTube channel, starting this Sunday, as we are recording this, May 3rd at 12 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. BST. I'm guessing that's British.
Yeah.
Each featurette, available digitally for the first time, will appear as a YouTube premiere, streaming bonus features of 6 concert films from throughout the Rolling Stones' career, including performances from the 1994 Voodoo Lounge Tour and the 2016 Latin America Olé Tour. This series is in partnership with the Rolling Stones and Eagle Rock Entertainment and will stream exclusively on YouTube.
As well as a brand new one, live from the nursing home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although they won't allow you in because they're on lockdown too.
Yeah, for sure. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for some general news.
Just imagining like Mick Jagger with his lips wearing a fucking mask.
That he's drawn his lips on?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so what comes up next?
Not spreading the disease.
Not spreading the disease.
All right. According to a new poll, less than half of Americans plan to attend live concerts, sport events, and movies and amusement parks before a proven coronavirus vaccine or treatment becomes available. Mm. The Reuters opinion poll released on this past Tuesday showed that only 27% of those questioned would go to a concert, movie theater, or live theater performance when venues reopen. 32% said they would wait for a vaccine before going back to movies, theater, or concerts. In all, 55% of Americans said those events should not resume before a vaccine is available. You would not think that, considering how many people are out now after things, quote unquote, reopened,
or
protesting things to be reopened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I just driving yesterday across town. It was horrible because people are out and they are aggressive. Like super aggressive.
As in, like on the road?
On the road, yeah.
Oh, that's always been the case.
But the thing is, it just seemed even worse.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it's busy.
It was rough.
Yeah,
like, my God.
People have been kind of, oh shit, no one's gonna catch me. I'm just gonna go drive like an asshole.
Yeah, it's.
So that mentality has just kind of increased.
And I know that here in San Antonio, they've opened up like restaurants at 25% capacity or something like that. But like, it was busy out there yesterday. It was busy.
Yeah, I'll be taking my time.
Yeah, I'm in no rush. Again, I think like of all things, like this quote unquote quarantine just goes to show how antisocial I am, because my life has not changed whatsoever, like whatsoever. Okay.
You're not antisocial. Don't get me started on that again.
Okay, fine, whatever. I just don't like people. Fine.
No, you're not very sociable.
Yeah. All right. Bon Jovi has canceled its summer 2020 tour due to the coronavirus that is sweeping the nation. Bon Jovi's tour in support of its upcoming album Bon Jovi 2020 was scheduled to launch in June. The record is still expected to be made available on May 15th, which we have already reported is not the case.
Yep.
The first 7 shows of the previously announced The Big Rock Summer Tour, featuring Rat, Cinderella's Tom Kiefer, Skid Row, and Slaughter, has been postponed due to the coronavirus. The Big Rock Summer Tour dates in August and September are still scheduled to go ahead as planned for now.
Have you seen the Progressive commercial with Rat in it?
I have not.
Okay, it's basically like it's like a couple sitting on a couch, and they're talking about a rat problem that they have in their basement, and you see the band Rat playing round and round in their basement.
That makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world. As a matter of fact, I think I would rather keep the regular rats and get rid of that rat.
But now it's just a matter of which version of Rat we saw.
It's also very fucking true. All right. Alter Bridge has postponed its previously announced U.S. headlining tour with special guests Blackstone Cherry and Saint Estonia due to the coronavirus. Crocus have postponed their last ever concerts in USA and Canada due to the coronavirus. The 13-date trek was originally scheduled to kick off at Canton Hall in Dallas, Texas on September 18th and conclude at Whiskey A Go Go in West Hollywood, California on October 10th.
I mean, like for a band like them that's trying to finish up, not like Kiss, who was just trying to extend everything. They got to be like, damn it, all we want to fucking do is retire.
One freaking last time. You know what? Fuck it. We're done. Fuck it.
Seriously.
Well, although the dates have been postponed.
Okay, but still, it's like, come on,
right?
we just want to go home and relax.
Well, here's one. We're going to the next title here. He's the one they call Dr. Feel Not So Good. And we got nothing. We got nothing.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah. We also do not have any follow-ups, so no one is getting better. No one is going out for a walk, at least without a mask.
Yeah, seriously, wear that mask.
Wear the fucking masks, people.
We're trying to get masks for everybody, but our site's not coordinating with me.
So next up is Breaking the Law.
Breaking the Law.
Static X have announced that their warehouse space, which is shared with the band Dope, was recently robbed of nearly $200,000 worth of touring equipment during the coronavirus lockdown. A police report was filed with the Los Angeles Police Department, and the two bands were advised to take the story public in order to help raise awareness with other small business owners and bands alike. So this is like looting on a small scale.
But it's still bullshit.
It still sucks. Yeah,
that's still $200,000 worth of stuff for bands that are not millionaires.
For sure. It's fucking crazy. It's like the thing is like, how do you steal that much worth of merchandise and no one notice? There's something wrong there.
Yeah, maybe the band stole from each other.
We discovered who was embezzling from you. Who was it? You were embezzling from yourselves. That was a great episode of Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
All right. So I have nothing written down here for Metallica breaking shit. However, recently, this past Friday, they released a quarantined acoustic-ish version of Blackened via the internet, which they each did separately, of course, in their isolation. And I really fucking liked it. It's very, like I said, it's kind of bluesy.
Uh-huh.
James is playing acoustic guitar, and he sings in a very soft voice. You can hear the bass, God forbid. Again, I liked it a lot.
Cool.
I saw a lot of hate for it, but I think it was great.
Cool.
So I highly recommend people just check it out and going into it with an open ear.
I mean, it's Metallica. No matter what, it's going to get hate.
Oh,
so.
for sure.
Oh,
But-
man. Hate.
But I really did enjoy it. All right, so you ready for your favorite section?
Which one's... Oh, that one.
Feuding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right. A San Francisco man has filed a lawsuit against Ticketmaster accusing the ticketing company of, quote, deceptive practices relating to their sale of live event tickets and refusal to provide refunds for live events that have been rescheduled or postponed, unquote. The man, who says he had to eat nearly $600 in Rage Against the Machine concert tickets, is seeking to represent a class action of would-be concertgoers who have not received Ticketmaster refunds after the coronavirus outbreak forced the cancellation of or postponement of most large events and public gatherings.
So he's just fighting because he... well, we talked earlier about the policies.
Yeah. I think his lawsuit came about before the new policy.
Uh-huh.
And also, recently, Rage Against the Machine did just announce their rescheduled dates.
Uh-huh.
So now, because they have been announced, this gentleman has 30 days to get his refunds.
Okay, so hopefully he just
Yeah.
drops the lawsuit and goes and does that.
So we will see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm also imagining, like, you know, this dude might be a scalper.
The thing is, like, I understand where he's coming from. You know, like when what's it called? An event is postponed. Is like if you don't have a definite date and you have to eat the cost of those tickets without any kind of information about when that event is going to happen or if it is going to happen. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah,
I'd be super pissed.
I would.
You know, so I get where he's coming from. But we'll see if he follows up with it, especially now that Rage Against the Machine has rescheduled the dates.
Yeah.
He now has 30 days from the date that they rescheduled the dates to get his refund.
Yeah.
And again, if it's at a venue that's owned by Live Nation, he can get a 150% credit on future. I mean, he won't get the money back, but he'll have credit.
Yeah.
And that 150% credit on $600 tickets, he can go to like 10 concerts.
Yeah.
So you never know.
I mean, silver lining.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see if there anything kind of comes up from that. All right, so we got nothing new for Alcoholica,
Okay.
but we do have some stuff for merchandising.
Okay.
So Ozzy Osbourne is selling a long sleeve T-shirt and matching face mask featuring the phrase "Fuck Coronavirus," along with artwork of a bat sporting what appears to be a surgical mask. The item was introduced just days after the World Health Organization announced that its research has found that the coronavirus, which causes COVID-19, likely originated in bats. For 72 hours only, the face mask will come free with the purchase of the T-shirt, which sells for $40 at Ozzy's web store. Orders will ship in mid-May.
Yeah.
And I put this in merchandising because there was no word on if proceeds would be going to any kind of COVID-19 fucking charity or anything like that. So this seems like pure merchandise.
I guess we'll see. But
okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, you know, I was mentioning before our Zazzle site offers face masks now, and I've been trying to get ours prepared. I just bought one. Like, I made one and just said, screw it. I'm tired of waiting for you guys to pending and sale it. So I'm just going to buy my own. And so I ordered a Shred Shack face mask.
Cool.
Which should be coming in about 3-4 weeks.
By then we won't need to wear them.
Well, you say
but
that.
We'll have them for the future pandemics that come around.
Yeah, you say that, but
yeah, for
you
sure.
know, who knows?
Well, the thing is, the interesting thing I saw recently is that I get like a news thing to my phone, and like I think it was like a week ago, I get like a daily thing of how many new coronavirus cases were confirmed in Texas. So like a week ago, it was the last one I saw was we had 193 new cases in Texas. 193.
Okay.
which is a minuscule number, all things considered.
Considering the size of the state.
Also, considering the size of the state, considering that the number 2 days before that was 1,100. So in the last 2 days, it's gone up to 1,000, then 1,100. Then the one I got today is that there were 1,300 new cases confirmed yesterday. Mm-hmm. So we're reopening the state, and things are already happening. And these are we only reopened on Friday, so it's not time for people to get the virus and contract it. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine those numbers going up and up and up and up and
Yeah.
up again.
Yeah, you could potentially expect a significant increase in or just a whole lot of denial,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Whatever.
All right, back to merchandising.
Yep.
A statue inspired by the artwork of the Chinese leg of Iron Maiden's The Book of Souls 2016 World Tour has been made available by XM Studios. Collaboration with Divine, the unique 1 1/4 1x4 scale statue, which has been handcrafted and hand painted to perfection, shows off Maiden's mascot Eddie riding the Chinese dragon. It's a badass looking statue.
Nice.
It's badass.
Very nice.
But that is it for merchandising.
Okay.
Are you ready for some recording news?
Yeah.
Rat.
Okay, stop.
Rat singer Stephen Percy will release his sixth solo album in 2021 via his own label, Top Fuel Records. The LP is currently being written and recorded by Percy and his longtime guitarist and collaborator Eric Ferentinos. Dee Snider has confirmed that his new live DVD and CD will arrive this summer. The set, which may end up being called For the Love of Metal Live, was recorded during the touring cycle for his latest solo album, For the Love of Metal.
Which, that sounds pretty cool, because his last album was pretty kick-ass.
All right. 6 Feet Under have set Nightmares of the Decomposed as the title of their new album. The follow-up to 2017's Torment is due later this year via Metal Blade Records.
Who is that?
6 Feet Under.
Oh, 6 Feet Under.
Yes.
Yeah, they're cool.
All right, this one is a copy. This is a hashtag copy and paste. Hashtag this is ridiculous. Hashtag what the fuck.
Okay.
For the better part of 5 years, top charting masked metal machine Mushroomhead have been crafting the epic follow-up to their monumental 2014 full-length album, The Righteous and the Butterfly.
Oh my god.
Waiting ever so patiently to drop their new collection of anthems. The Cleveland Collective makes its prodigious return with the full-length overture, A Wonderful Life, the 8th release of their benchmark career, out June 19th via Napalm Records. Available in several enticing formats, A Wonderful Life clocks in at a whopping 70-plus minutes with its 4 bonus tracks, leaving a total of 17 stellar compositions in its wake for fans to devour. A Wonderful Life is accented by the sharp production of band mastermind drummer Steve Skinny Felton, as well as standout mixing prowess of Matt Wallace, who has worked with Faith No More and Three Doors Down. Also recognized for his work on the band's classic offering, 13.
Who wrote that?
That sounds like a press release, and I copy and pasted the shit out of that from blabbermouth.net.
My
That is
God.
word for word from the article.
That is... that should be up on Pornhub. It's such dick slurping.
Right?
Fuck.
That was hard.
That was a hard listen.
Dude, and the funny thing is I was reading it, I was like, man, how can I edit this? I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm reading this word for word because this is just too fucked up.
Oh my God, it just...
Man, it was what the fuck, dude.
Oh my God, I think I have a clip for that. Hang on. This is pretty much what it was saying. Oh, I can't play the clip. Damn it!
Ah,
I'm gonna play all this jism clip.
oh, this jism. Suck that cock.
Yeah, I gotta further fix the sound clips, but yeah.
Yeah, that was too over the top.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I can't
Yeah,
I can't.
that was a lot.
I guess I'm starting to. After last week, we had one, or 2 weeks ago, we had one like that. I'm thinking that press releases are pretty much my number one enemy, and number two is online journalism.
Yeah, that was okay. Can we move on? Yeah. All right. So the Ghost Inside will release its 5th studio album on June 5th via Epitaph Records.
Woot.
The self-titled disc arrives as the follow-up to the band's 2014 LP, Dear Youth, which debuted at number 63 on the Billboard Top 200. And it will be the first release since the Ghost Inside's tragic bus accident in 2015.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. We've been covering... That's right where we started this.
Yep.
We've been covering it ever since. That's our our running story for us.
Yeah, but it's not like we ever listened to our own show to remember things, so...
For sure. All right, Relapse Records is continuing its Death Non-Analog On-Stage series with the 3rd installment, Tijuana, 10/9/1990, available now digitally.
Woot.
Metal Church will begin work on a new studio album this summer. The follow-up to 2018's Damned If You Do will likely arrive in 2021 via Rat Pack Records.
Yes, it will, and it will be awesome.
Yes guitarist Steve Howe will release Love Is on July 31st via BMG Records. Love Is marks Howe's first solo album since the all-instrumental Time in 2011 and has a balance of 5 instrumental tracks and 5 actual songs. The album will be available as a CD in a gatefold digisleeve with a 12-page booklet and a black vinyl 180-gram LP with a gatefold sleeve, liner notes, and lyrics. Howe sings lead vocals and plays electric, acoustic, and steel guitars, keyboards, percussion, and bass guitar on the instrumentals, while Yes vocalist John Davison provides vocal harmonies and bass guitar on the vocal tracks. The album also features Dylan Howe on drums.
Right on.
Yes, sir. And that is it for recording news.
That was actually another thing I listened to. I forgot to mention Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe, which is basically 4 of the 5 members of Yes, basically doing their own solo thing.
It sounds like Liquid Tension's experiment.
Kind of.
All right. Are you ready for a new section here?
Yep.
Called Rewind, Replay, Rebound. Yes. I took the title of the latest Volbeat record to talk about remasters. That's what this section is all about now. All right, there's only one here, but I figured is about that time because it's not really recording news because these things have already been recorded.
Okay.
So rewind, replay, rebound, remaster.
Okay.
Parlophone Records will continue its reissues series of the Iron Maiden catalog with a 5th set of Digipack CDs. Titles in the Live Collection Remastered to be released on June 19th. The albums included in this release are the seminal live recordings Live After Death and Rock in Rio. The Live Collection Remastered follows on from the recent releases of the Studio Collection Remastered, a 4-part series of releases covering their entire 16-strong studio album back catalog. The album was featured the audio taken from the 2015 Mastered for iTunes project, and the new collections are the first time these versions are available on CD. As a bonus for collectors, 1 CD from each batch of releases is optionally available in a specially artwork designed box featuring a 1x24 scale figurine and exclusive patch. In this 5th batch, this will be Live After Death. Both albums in this set are available for pre-order now.
They don't. So it's how many albums? 5?
No, this is the 5th batch that they're doing.
And they're just doing Live After Death and Rock in Rio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've done all the studio. So they've done 4 batches of the studios, 4 albums each batch.
Okay.
Now they're doing the live stuff,
okay.
and at least in this first batch, it's 2.
Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, please don't give me more live stuff. I still have to pick up Made in England,
which is quite good.
Yeah, I know. I have the DVD, which I don't think I watched yet.
Wow.
So yeah. Hey, you know what? It takes a lot for me to sit down and watch shit at this point.
It's true.
Unless it's like something simple like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Like, Brandy and I are continually making lists of things we want to watch. It's just like, yeah, when the fuck are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Especially because we're talking about stuff that's been on for a while,
yep.
that had like 4 or 5 seasons. It's like, when are we going to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Ex-Japan's Yoshiki has donated 10 million yen, approximately $100,000, to the National Center for Global Health and Medicine through his 501 nonprofit organization, Yokishi Foundation America. 10 million yen, like $170. Whatever, motherfucker.
I wondered why everything was so expensive and yet so small.
Oh, that was great. Five Finger Death Punch has a long history of supporting veteran and first responder organizations and continues to do so during this difficult time.
Hang on, we're in the good that men and women do now, right?
Yes, I'm sorry, I did not say that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did
yes,
not.
we are in the good that men and women do. And Five Finger Death Punch does do a bunch of stuff for the veterans. So the donation of over $150,000 to the Gary Sinise Foundation consists of a portion of the ticket sales for the band's 2019 U.S. Fall Arena Tour, as well as proceeds from their number one hit single, Blue on Black. The Gary Sinise Foundation will use the funds to help America's defenders, veterans, first responders, their families, and those in need.
Okay. I mean, and no surprise there, considering all that they typically do for veterans and whatnot.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Slipknot and Stone Sour frontman Corey Taylor has announced a special guitar auction with eBay for charity to benefit Direct Relief in support of their COVID-19 response efforts. The auction is live now at www.ebay.com/Corey Taylor and is set to run through Thursday, May 7th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. All right, the Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, New York Times bestselling author, and actor handpicked 13 guitars from his personal collection and signed them for fans to bid on. Among electric, acoustic, and bass guitars, select highlights include his gold metallic Gibson Memphis Dave Grohl DG335 number 37 of only 400 in perfect condition, a top gold Gibson Classic Les Paul, a tan Fender acoustic, yada, 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 all of these things. Every guitar comes with a case and a certificate of authenticity. All proceeds from the auction will go to Direct Relief, less shipping and processing fees. In addition, as part of eBay's response to the ongoing COVID-19 emergency, from now through May 31st, eBay will match dollar for dollar up to $1 million when you support Direct Relief. Direct Relief is coordinating with public health authorities, nonprofit organizations, and businesses in the United States and globally to provide PPE and essential medical items to health workers on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, because Lord knows they're not getting it from anywhere else.
For sure. The organization's mission spoke directly to Taylor, and he stepped up by giving fans a chance to own a piece of his history for an important initiative.
Yeah, which is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but not least here, for the good that men and women do, Killswitch Engage has released Atonement 2 B-Sides for charity. 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the COVID-19 Relief Fund for the Center for Disease Philanthropy. This B-Sides, kind of like EP, I guess, includes 6 songs from recording sessions from Killswitch Engage 2019 release and Grammy-nominated album Atonement. It will be exclusively available on Bandcamp for a week as of May 1st. It will go live on all other digital streaming platforms on May 8th.
Right on. So,
Whew.
I still have to hear the album, so.
Oh, the album's good.
Yeah, I think you talked highly of it when it came out. So.
Which I do every time they come out with something. So.
So.
All right. Next up here is a crowdfunding tracker.
Okay.
All right. So, Cynic guitarist Paul Mastival has taken to social media to ask his fans and supporters to donate to a GoFundMe campaign launched by Vidatak, which is a supplier of communication products for hospital-based patients, which is providing free easy boards, which are simple-to-use communication boards designed for nonverbal patients, to hospitals during this global health crisis. Vidatak and Acuity Medical, which is their master distributor, have budgeted funds to support intubated COVID-19 patients by providing these bedside handheld solutions. The Easy Board is a sturdy but lightweight picture and word board that allows weak, ventilated patients to express wants, convey needs, and indicate the type, degree, and location of their pain and other concerns. Through the Vitatalk Easy Board, intubated patients can reduce their frustration while increasing their satisfaction with the medical attention they receive. So, their goal is $50,000, and at this moment, they are only at 4,702.
Okay. When did it start?
Created April 8th, so almost a month.
Okay, so that's kind of unfortunately low because
Yeah.
that is a really good cause. So.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, when you see the picture of what we're talking about here,
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
yeah, like it's perfect. It's really exactly what patients who are intubated or people who have difficulty communicating, like say someone with autism who is nonverbal.
Yeah.
This is very beneficial.
Yeah.
Very beneficial. So I highly, if I had the means to do so, I would most certainly donate as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very useful tool that definitely should be everywhere. Not even just now, but in general.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I mean, obviously more so for right now, but generally speaking, it sounds like a very useful thing. So.
Yeah. So if you feel obligated, please donate to that one. Mm-hmm. All right. And we are now up to shit I want. Do you want any shit? I'll give you shit.
The only thing I've been thinking of lately is because we've been doing the tries. We filmed the next tries video, and it's coming out Wednesday. Just giving everyone a heads up.
Sweet.
Comes out Wednesday. I have to just record some voiceover, and it's done. But I want more like food ventures. Like there's tons of alcohol out there. There's tons of coffee out there. There's tons of hot sauce out there. I want more general food ventures like the Corey Taylor one we were talking about before.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool.
Yeah. I found one or two things of barbecue sauce that I may be able to get a hold of. So
barbecue sauce is always good because I can always go for barbecue.
Exactly. As far as alcohol goes, some more non-alcoholic things because even a band like Metallica, where you have James Hetfield, who is in rehab, I wish they would kind of do something in tandem with their already made alcohols. And do a non-alcoholic one. That would
be nice.
Yeah, considering the amount of merchandising that gets done nowadays, with everything, including heavy metal, I would like more ventures like that. But we're right now we're working with what we got, but we don't want to sit here and have things get stale for our idea.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can only do coffee and hot sauce and barbecue sauce so many times.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, Flesh God Apocalypse doesn't sell their pasta anymore.
Oh,
so,
bummer.
Yeah, that was years ago. So
that's a bummer.
But I want more ventures like that. So that's it. Minor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready for some concert news?
As minimal as there is.
As minimal as there is. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with festivals. Slipknot has announced the 2021 edition of Knotfest Japan. All right, so last month, of course, Slipknot was forced to postpone its Asian tour, including the band's appearance at Knotfest Japan due to the coronavirus pandemic. Next year's Knotfest Japan will be held on January 10th through 11th, 2021. The lineup of the original Roadshow date remains the same as the Scrap 2020 edition, but Trivium will no longer perform at the event due to scheduling matters. The Day 1 Roadshow date and Day 2 Festival date have also been swapped. I guess one was supposed to happen before the other, but doesn't really matter. But tickets for the 2020 festival will be honored at the new dates. Refunds will be available between April 21st and May 20th.
Okay.
Touring. Flotsam and Jetsam have announced the new dates for their Demolition of North America tour, which had to be canceled due to the ongoing situation. The new set of dates will begin at Club Red in Tempe, Arizona on April 30th, 2021, and will conclude on June 6th, 2021 at Brick by Brick in San Diego, California.
Okay.
As a way to continue to perform live for its fans during the current quarantine conditions, Saint Asonia has announced a, quote, virtual tour where the band will perform on the different social media platforms of rock radio stations around the country. The band will add a local flavor to each performance.
That's good.
That sounds very cool and interesting.
Yeah, they're going to mix it up and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting. Rage Against the Machine has announced the rescheduled dates for its previously announced tour for next year.
Yeah.
As we mentioned. And that is it for touring and concert news. Are you ready to be disappointed in the Billboard?
I am ready.
Well, of course, the number one record is Queen's Greatest Hits. And number two that I saw before the little pro ad came up was the newest one from the Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah. I heard that they ended up pretty high on the list.
Yeah, I think they did. So we will find out where they are. But as our tradition goes here, you are looking for the top five.
Yep.
Top five. Blame It on Baby by Da Baby. Okay. After Hours by The Weeknd is number two. Lil Uzi Vert, Eternal Ataki.
Yep.
Number three. The new album from Fiona Apple, Fetch the Bolt Cutters, is at number four.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Yay, Lindsay! Woot! And number five is Lil Baby, My Turn.
Da Baby and Lil Baby.
Yep.
So, really? Like, are we running out of ideas?
It sounds like it, especially because it reminds me very much of at work. There's me and there's another Chris, and we work together on the same area at the time.
Yeah.
And we're both on the radio, so to discern us over the radio, they call me Eagle, and he's Baby Eagle. And it's funny because we're both like really tall, not lanky, but we're tall, doofy-looking white guys with glasses and hats. So on the camera, we would look exactly the same. Like the only thing that really distinguishes us is the fact that I'm tattooed. That's the only thing that tells us apart. All right, here we go. All right, we're doing the scrolling. Oh no, what happened?
All right, well, let me get some scrolling music going on.
No, this website has been acting funny the last couple of
Let me
days.
get some scrolling music going on.
I scrolled way too far for a hot second there.
Okay, why did it just stop? I had some scrolling music. Okay, scrolling music.
Nice. Even better. Fucking love that song.
Still scrolling.
Fucking love that song though. All right, so the greatest hits by Queen is at number 32.
Okay.
So I mean, shortly after that will be the Black Dahlia Murder one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, somewhere any second now here.
Hopefully in the top 50.
I'm thinking. Nope. Sorry.
Wah, wah, wah.
Rap, rap. All right, but Elton John's Diamonds is at number 44. Man, this thing is really being a bitch.
Yeah, it's probably trying to load 1.5 billion ads.
It really is. It really is. It's bothering the hell out of me to the point where, like, you know what? Maybe next time we don't do this.
Well, that's how they get their money now.
Okay, I thought I saw something that. Okay, 63 was at Creedence Clearwater Revival Greatest Hits. Journey's Greatest Hits at number 70. Did I pass it? I thought it was higher than that. The Black Dahlia Murder one.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Fleetwood Mac Rumors is at number 75. This is really bothering me. I don't think we're going to be doing this from now on. Black Dahlia Murder, number 99.
There you go.
Just in the top 100.
Okay.
Just in the top. All right, I'm done with this.
Okay, yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
I'm fucked this.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
All right.
I think next time we might go back to the original format where I look through it beforehand and just report on the numbers.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which
that
we've
works.
done before, and then we get lazy, and it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
We do it a couple times, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So I had a little discussion point that I want to talk about, because I always find it interesting when bands are able to kind of keep their shit together and you know, through thick and thin, stay together. So this is a Loudwire list of 18 bands that have never had lineup changes. Some of them I don't really care too much about, but there's probably one or two that I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. So,
I'm actually excited for this one. This is good. I like this.
So first one is 69 Eyes.
Don't know who they are.
Yep, neither do I. Second one, Alter Bridge. Alter
Okay,
Bridge.
well, they've been around for 20 years now, right?
Well, 3/4 of Creed and then Miles Kennedy, and they've been around since 2004.
Yeah, it's almost 20 years. Holy shit.
Yep.
Wow, good for them.
Audio Slave, while they were around, they never changed lineups.
Well, 3/4 of Rage Against the Machine plus Chris Cornell.
Yep. Billy Talent.
Billy Talent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Circus Survive.
I got it.
Yeah, nothing there. Cream never changed lineups.
Yeah.
Yep. Jack Bruce, Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker.
Even through like reunion tours and everything, it's always been the same three guys.
Mm-hmm. Deer and Gray.
Okay, yeah. I know who they are.
I know of them, but I don't know their music.
Some of it's really good.
Here's one I'm actually kind of I find kind of interesting. Garbage. Garbage has never changed lineup. They've been around since '93.
Holy shit! Wow.
This one's a little bit obvious, but for unfortunate reasons, Led Zeppelin.
It's true. They never continued on without a. Well, I mean, they've done shows, but they never recorded or toured as a without John Bonham.
Mm-hmm. Macabre.
Okay.
Muse has been around since 1994. Never changed lineups.
Well, nice.
Oomph, which is I believe a German techno or German industrial band.
Yeah.
Which is very good. Last album was pretty badass. Radiohead.
Wow.
It's formed in 1985. Has never changed lineups.
Holy shit.
Rage Against the Machine. Never changed the lineup.
Also very true.
They broke up and everything. Here's another good one. Rammstein.
Never?
Since 1994, it's been the same lineup.
Get out. I mean, because I'm only familiar with Till, the singer, that I would not have been surprised if it was just a rotating members thing, like Iced Earth.
Nope. It has been one solid group since 1994.
Wow, that is impressive.
The Strokes.
Eh.
Yeah, I don't really care. Thrice.
Okay, that's like some old school emo shit.
Kind of an obvious one here, the White Stripes, because it's only been 2 members.
Yeah,
and that's the last of them. So, but some of those ones that are a lot longer and that we're a little more attuned to are interesting, especially the Rammstein one.
Yeah, right? I was very wow.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised by that one.
Yeah, so,
that's very interesting.
I never finished it, but I started a list of bands that have rarely stayed at the same lineup between albums. At most, they've had like maybe 2 albums with the same lineup, and that was bands like Iced Earth. I think Iced Earth was one of 2 exceptions to the rule because they have never released 2 consecutive albums with the same exact lineup in some way, shape, or form.
Not even from Dystopia to Incorruptible. That's not the same lineup.
They changed something.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure they changed.
Get the fuck out of here.
They changed at least one person from that to that.
Wow.
So I'm fairly certain about that. Megadeth has been. Megadeth had a few steady moments because you have Killing Is My Business and Peace Sells, and then it changes. And then you get into Rust and Peace, and then you have a 10-year period or so where it's Marty Friedman, Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellison, and Nick Menza. And then from there, it's pretty much just
a rotating or a drummer and guitarist.
Yeah, pretty much consistent change for the most part. So the other ones were, I believe, Evergrey. I believe they've changed a bunch of members. Leaves Eyes, I believe, was the other exception. I don't think they've ever had 2 albums with the same lineup.
Wow.
Who else? There was 1 or 2 more that I couldn't put my finger on. But
well, of course, Deep Purple.
Well, Deep Purple, I think, has been consistent.
I mean, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning. That's why you have to talk about like which version of Deep Purple you talk about. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4.
Well, that at least happened over the course of a little bit more time. I'm talking like bands changing every like fucking year at this point. But I know that Deep Purple is known for kind of changing things up a lot.
So here's a question, and you probably know the answer by that. Aerosmith.
Yeah.
all original members right now, but they've never changed their lineup.
Yeah, they have.
I was going to say because there was a time where Joe Perry left the band, right?
Joe Perry left the band, and I believe Brad Whitford left the band. It was I can't remember who took their places.
Was it? Which album was it?
It was Rock in a Hard Place.
Was it Rock in a Hard Place? I thought it was Night in the Ruts, but okay.
No, Night in the Ruts was the last one they did. Rock in a Hard Place is where they switched it up. I'm sure that Joe Perry left. I'm pretty sure that Brad Whitford was the other one who left.
Okay.
But I can't. The second person I can't guarantee. So it might have been Tom Hamilton, but I'm pretty sure Joey Kramer's been in it the whole time.
And Steve Tyler, of course.
But
that's interesting to think about bands who are like still with their original lineup, even if they have a lineup change, but they are like performing now with their original lineup.
Yeah.
So, like Aerosmith.
Yeah. But
it's funny because if you think about it, if it wasn't for the death of Cliff, I think Metallica would probably still be performing as the original lineup.
Probably yes. So that's to be speculated, of course.
Yeah, I mean that, of course. And it's funny because I think now we have reached a point where Robert Trujillo has been in the band longer than Jason Newsted was.
Yeah. That's how I think about Sepultura, because I kind of forget, everyone talks about Max Cavalera, but I was like, dude, he was there for less than a third of their career.
I was going to say, yeah, they've at least doubled the length of the time that he was in the band.
Yeah, so, and even the albums they find to be classic, I think I've said multiple times on this podcast, I'm not a big fan of Roots, but
yeah.
Their earliest stuff, fucking fantastic. We're talking Schizophrenia, Beneath the Remains, Chaos AD, so. And I need to get more into their latter day material because I do have most of it. So.
You got to listen to that new one.
Yeah,
that new one's really fucking good.
Yeah, I have that one, so I got to listen to it. I got to take the time. But right now, I got to put my focus on what we're gonna do for the S5 and listen to that album, so I can get an earful and we can talk about it. And then I have to start going through the emails again for the Shred Shack email because it seems like every fucking day we get more and more stuff.
I know. I had to stop doing that because then I was just updating. I was just downloading so much shit and then not being able to keep up with it.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff. So, but I'm just trying to think of other bands that may have only had so many changes in their time. But I mean,
Judas Priest has gone through more changes recently than they did almost in their entire career. Besides Rob Halford, of course.
Yeah, I mean. Well, they had a lot of changes early on.
Yeah.
Well, trying to think. I feel like they changed drummers a few times, and then.
Oh, I think you might be right. I think all right.
Yeah, and then might have been a couple times they changed drummers, and then they got Scott Travis, who has been in the band since Painkiller.
Okay.
Yeah. We know the stories of Maiden.
Yep.
Metallica's had 3 different bassists. Nightwish and their singers.
Yeah, Nightwish and their singers.
Yeah.
Now Arch Enemy and their singers too. They're on their 3rd.
Is Alyssa still in the band?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I was talking about just their male first, then Angela, and now Alyssa.
Yeah. So.
Fuck yeah! Even fucking Slipknot has had a lot of changes. Paul Gray's death.
Yeah.
And then Joey Jordison left, and then the other percussionist left.
Yeah, for a while they were on the cusp of being on that list, and then kind of fell apart. So. It's funny. I was doing some research earlier on one of the bands I was listening to, Ancient, and they've been around for a long ass time, probably about 20 plus years. But their current lineup has Nicholas Barker, who is another one of those guys who is I can play that because he just shows up everywhere. Like he was in Dimmu Borgir for a couple of years. He's done live shows for a lot of different bands. Like you look at his Metal Archives page, and it's just like X this live, X this, X this, X this, and like it's just a big fucking like 4 or 5 line list of everything he's been a part of in some way, shape, or form. So I was like, dude,
man, stays busy.
Yeah, you and Gene Hoglan, busy men.
Oh my God! Speaking of rotating, fucking band members, Testament drummers.
Speaking of that, like, no, actually, Dream Theater had a change of singers early on. I was going to say.
And keyboardists too.
Yeah, and keyboardists. That's right. And they've gone through 3 at this point.
Who's the other one? I know Jordan Rudess,
Derek Sherinian, and I can't remember the name of the first one, unfortunately. Gotcha. But yeah. Yeah. So that was just it.
Slayer, their fucking lineup changes.
Well, yeah, it's because of a drummer, which I'm wondering. I'm trying to think of bands that like got better because of a change in vocals.
Better because of a change in vocals.
You know what I'm trying to think of here? Did Twisted Sister ever have a change in lineup?
I don't think so. There's always been J.J. French. Mark Mendoza is the bassist, right?
Yeah, and Dee Snider.
And I don't know the number.
Eddie Ojeda. And they had the A.G. Perra.
I guess so.
Yeah, he was the one who passed away. He joined Adrenaline Mob for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm not familiar enough with their lineup otherwise, but they may have been one of those.
Huh.
So
interesting.
Yeah. So if you guys know any more bands that haven't changed lineups, let us know because
Poison. Has Poison changed their lineup?
Yes, where they had Richie Kotzen in for a couple of years.
Oh! He replaced C.C. DeVille.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, the album that they did with Richie Kotzen was fucking good. So.
And we know the story of Motley Crue.
Yeah, we know that. We know that one. So. But.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Is there any other bands that you know of that have their original members and have not changed their lineup? Please let us know.
Yeah, because that's always of interest to us. Like who can keep it together? Who's not having the musical differences, or goes and I can't even say Symphony X because they had a different singer for their first album.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know.
Oh, I think I saw something recently that I think Mike LePond's Silent Assassins is releasing a new album soon.
Yes, they are.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm excited for that because that last record was really good.
Yeah. So, but let us know, folks. And I think we're going to call it there because Warrior needs food badly. And give me a second because I think I have that one actually.
Get out.
Yeah, I think I do. Let me find it. Yep. Here we go.
Warrior needs food badly.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yes. Feels mildly complete around here now.
Oh yeah, and I can simply do the outro from here as well. So until next time, I'm Dan Mack,
and I'm Chris Mack,
and we are the Slime. Damn you. Next time I'll actually set up a fucking table for this damn thing because it keeps going from portrait to landscape, and I just want to punch it. Keeping that in.